and possibly live. Hello. Let's give this a second to connect. Let me sign in. I see, Gabrielle, it's working. So I got these instructions, very specific, long list of instructions on a new way to go live that should hopefully help with all the drama that we've been having. We'll see. But I'm here to do some free readings tonight. So I'm just turning my music down a little. I still need my music. 311's on right now. Borders. Does anyone like Transistor? Did anyone else watch the live concert the other night? I'm just trying to pull up the chat so I can read your guys' comments because it doesn't really work well on my computer. Like, doesn't keep them up to date. But yay, I have my big crystal party coming up this Friday and a new webcam and like a whole new setup, so just testing it out. Oh, okay, I see you guys. I see Anna Marie, Giovanna, Gabrielle, Lauren Smith. Hello. Oh, Lauren Smith, we're not doing that tonight, girl. Let's see. Sorry, bye. Ain't nobody got time for that. So yes, Lisa, hi. Oh my gosh, Kim, I miss you. Guys, I'm so glad you're here hanging out with me tonight. I'm like, I don't know if people will be joining in tonight. It's a Sunday night. People have work in the morning, but you're here, and I'm so excited. Happy to be hanging out with you all. Louie Freeze. Oh my gosh, Sharon Inky. Weird feedback. I wonder what it is. Hold on, let's see. Does it sound like me, or is it like... I don't know. Let me lower my music a little more. See, that's why I'm testing it out tonight, because Crystal Party night, we don't got time for feedback. We don't got time for this actually, the delays might not be as bad. I mean, the other night when my friend Mike was helping me, it was almost 2-minute lag from the time. Oh, okay, good. It was the music. Yeah, I knew it was loud. I was partying down here, you know. Got my new sign. Wait, which way do I have to point to show you? Venus Moon Rocks. Oops. Going on Amazon. Alright, yeah, but Venus Moon Rocks. It does light up too, but... You hear the turtle tanks. Oh, well, say goodbye to the turtles, because they might not be here for the party this Friday. I think we finally have a new place to send them where they can have a little bit of a better life. Alright. Jessica C. Thank you. I'm so honored that you're here hanging out with me tonight. Yay. Alright, so Dave is down here. Oh, thank you. A little late for that, but I appreciate it. It's good. Just throw it down. So we're going to do it, you know, the way that I like to do it. I have my little bowl of codes here. I'm going to pull codes and you guys are going to get your answers. But of course, first, I want to do a group read. Oh, thank you, my lights. I think they're changing colors. Maybe. They look red on one screen and blue on the other. So there's my lag. Make sure if you're watching live along with me that you go directly to the Venus Moon Facebook page. Don't watch this in your like newsfeed because, or like Facebook timeline, because it could be that's the worst way to get the lag. If you go right to Venus Moon Facebook, then you can get the like most up-to-date feed. Scroll down until this actual post, and that's the best feed to watch. So just to make sure you get through for your readings. If you're watching this and you don't have the like, oh wait, it should be over here, right? The little red live, that means you're watching the replay, but still watch along because this first reading that I'm going to do is for everybody. Even if you're watching after this is over, everyone watching right now, I want you all just to like take some deep breaths with me. Let's do 3 deep breaths. My candle just right here just started going crazy, so it's time to connect already. And actually, I just sprayed myself with some Moldavite spray. This is from my trip to Sedona, and I want to give you guys a little spray of it too. So I want you all just to take some nice deep breaths in and out, clear away the day, clear away, you know, all the stress and the energy. Again, even if you're watching the replay, do this along with us. Start taking your deep breaths. I'm going to spritz you with some Moldavite, and I want you to breathe it in. This is just going to help connect our third eyes and help these messages come through nice and clear for everybody. All right, so take some deep breaths, and here we go. In and out. And here's some Moldavite spray for you all. Oops, let me blur up the camera, and we knew that was going to happen. I'm going to let it set for a second too, so you can really infuse with that energy. Let's try not to mess up the camera too much. Let's see. We do it. Still a little fogged. Even I picked up the spray, and I'm like, you know, if you spray the camera, it's going to get blurry. And I'm like, worth it, because I wanted to give you guys some Moldavite. So, I'm feeling good, you guys. I just recharged at the beach today. I hope you all had an awesome weekend. Uh-oh, Sharon's having an audio issue. I wonder if that was because of, I wonder if I directly sprayed spray into the speakers. Let me know if I sound garbled now. Let's try this. Now we know not to spray it into the speakers. I have a microphone somewhere. I don't know if this is going to help. I see your guys' comments. We're going to try a microphone. Can you still hear me? Can you hear me any better? The lag. It's okay. We're getting all the technical difficulties out of the way. Sounds bad. All garbled. I get it. I'm underwater. Probably because I sprayed a spray at the speakers. Okay, the microphone didn't help. It's okay. We got this. We're going to get this perfect, and then we'll do some readings. Oh, it's worse now. Did it change, though, when I plugged in the microphone? Man, I need my... Too much energy, that Moldavite spray. I know, and I'm super charged. Like, I just couldn't not come on tonight. It's all good. Not really. It didn't help. Okay. It didn't change. So I'm going to see if I can connect the microphone. I might have to do it, like, this way. Mic. Alright, let's say apply. There is lots going on. It's all good. Did that help at all? We might just need to wait for the speaker to dry. Okay, you can still understand me. How's a vibration? I love you guys. Thanks for being patient. Okay, that's better. Woohoo! Perfect. All right. So that's the trick. Just had to get that microphone working. Thank you guys. Thanks for your patience. Thanks for your feedback, because that's exactly why I'm on right now, is to test all this setup out before Friday's show. So everybody, let's all tune in. You know, we got through that. We got a new microphone. And I want you all just to, like, think about everything going on. Any questions that you might have. Think about any stress, any blockages, road bumps, any people that come to mind, anything you want to manifest or intentions that you want to set. We just had that new moon not too long ago. Or actually, I feel like it has been a week already. So we're halfway to the full moon, which is the perfect time for releasing and recharging. But think about everything going on. Send your thoughts to the deck. Even everyone watching the replay, this message is for you guys too. So what we're going to do first is a 3-card group reading to talk a little bit about what's been going on, a little bit about the challenge for this upcoming week, and then where we're going to go from there. So, you know, send it all. Here, look nice and close. And then once we do this group read, then we're going to go right into pulling codes and doing quick one-on-one one-card pulls. I guess it's not really one-on-one if everyone else is watching, but I think you guys get it. All right, so let's see. Think I'm going to shuffle, and when it feels right, we're going to stop. Let's get some clarity and guidance for everybody watching right now. I'm feeling good right here. All right, so you guys all ready? Give me some thumbs up, hearts, whatever. So I know you guys are all ready. And let's pull the first card. The first card is going to represent what's been going on. Oh, what a perfect card for right now. So yesterday we just went into Aries energy, which is fire, and the King of Wands is the King of Fire. So I feel like this card is just validating for us that we're moving from that watery Pisces energy that we've been in, that very emotional, very like could be more focused around relationships, could be more focused around just like healing the heart, any type of healing. But now we're moving into this fire energy, and the fire is all about our actions, taking action and projects and creativity and like that motivation, passion, really chasing your passions. And the king energy is mastering that energy. So you can see he is holding his magic wand. I feel like this is just telling us, we've been feeling a little bit more charged up. It's been getting a little bit warmer where I live. I don't know about you guys. But this king can also represent an authoritative figure in your life that also represents this energy. The King of Wands is very inspiring, very creative. If your questions around something more like relationship or work, it could be talking about the partner or the boss or whatever, but whatever this is very much talking about a like very driven person, just really embodying that fiery energy. So we got some fire energy going on for everybody watching right now. Just validating. I feel like it's really validating that shift from Pisces to Aries. And then let's see what our challenge is for everyone watching right now for this week coming up. Wow, okay. So we got the Queen of Pentacles. When we get this many, faces at one time, I feel like this is just kind of acknowledging all the spirit around us too. But so it's talking about like we're in this fiery energy right now, but our challenge is more of the physical stuff. The pentacles are the things in our control. The health, the home, the family, the environment, like the stuff that you can control about it. Finances, the job. The queen is very confident in that energy. So this is just saying our challenge right now, even though we have this fiery energy about us, is to really kind of hone that energy in and pinpoint it to what's going to give us the most structure and what's going to really help bring us that security, because this fiery energy can make us super ambitious and can make us, kind of want to spread ourselves like, oh, I want to paint a picture and I want to do this and I want to start a business and I want, like can kind of make us overly ambitious. So this is telling us to just really, focus on being confident in the things that are going to be the most important to the structure around us. So even though a lot of fun projects and passions and stuff might seem tempting, really focus in. Hopefully that makes sense so far. This is these are broad cards because this is a group read for everybody. So they're a little bit more broad and interpret them how you will. The Queen of Pentacles can be talking about your own energy. She can also be talking about, a female figure in your life, she's much more grounded and like nurturing, earthy. So it might just be, if that is part of your challenge, calling attention to her. And then the last card, what will happen? This week is the week to focus on this. Do the physical stuff. Go to your yoga class, go to the gym. If you're looking for a job, put out as many applications as you can. Just like get out in nature, whatever it is, focus on building that security and structure. Post that energy. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? 3 faces in a row. So what will happen, or what's coming after we focus our energy on this controlled, in our control. We have the Page of Cups reverse coming, and this is a little bit of a more gray card, so it's not coming right this second, but it's something that we're looking to manifest. And the cups represent the emotions, the family, the relationships, pages can be a new beginning. They're really stepping out of their comfort zone. So, if you're, yep, it came out upside down, which is also known as a reversal. When I do my readings, the reversals add more of an introspective energy. So, what this is telling me is we're going to focus on getting things in control right now. And then once we're feeling really confident and secure in what we've built, we have this, we're manifesting something. This cup in his hand, let's hold it upside down so you can see it a bit better. A little bit blurry. So I'm trying to figure out, there we go. So you can see he's got the cup, he's talking to a fish, there's some water behind him. A lot of blue, which is connected to the throat chakra. So that communication, that self-expression. The pages can be messengers saying that there might be somebody or like a message coming to you regarding whatever this is that you set your intentions to. It can be talking about manifesting a new relationship or something that's just going to give you some like emotional abundance, filling up your cup. Whatever it is, it came out reversed, so it's something, it could even be something internal that you'll be working on, whether it's like internal healing or emotional healing that you need to be doing yourself. It's going to come after you kind of balance this energy out a little, because these really are opposites. That fire, very driven and very passionate versus this very grounded and controlled energy. So I feel like these are just telling us this week is about finding that good balance, because we're going to see that sunshine and be like, I got to get out and do this and do that. And this is just telling us like, focus. This is still in the future. It hasn't come yet. If you are manifesting, whether it's a relationship or something to bring you emotional abundance, this is, I feel like, validation that it's coming. Just focus on this balance first. If you're not manifesting something like that, it might be more on a personal level, again, more like some emotional healing or internal, maybe like some good meditations you're being called to do. But hopefully that resonated with you guys and made some sense. I know it was pretty broad. 3 face cards in a row. Definitely lots of spirit around you guys wanting to come in and talk. We sprayed that Moldavite spray, so we're calling everybody in. But hopefully that connected. And now let's do some one-on-one readings. So everybody, call on your spirit team. Let them know if you really want to connect right now and have a little reading with me. We're going to pull some numbers or some codes. And the first one on my end to say the code back to me is going to get the first reading. I'll hang out here for a little bit. It's like 9:45 on the East Coast. So, we'll see how I'm feeling in 15 minutes, 10 o'clock. See how many readings we can get in by then. Oh my gosh, Giovanna. I can't imagine how stressful that is for you, my love. I am just sending her like a protective bubble around her. You have such a strong spiritual team around you guys. They're watching over. They're telling me this is just a tune up. She's going to get exactly what she needs. They're going to take good care of her. She's in good hands. Just keep putting out those good vibes. And I know it can be stressful and it can, you'll lose sleep over it. And that's being a mom. Unfortunately, it's part of it. But anytime you get those like stressful thoughts, just send them to your spirit team and say, I see this and please please help me with this thought. I don't want to think it anymore. Just put out those like good vibes for her. Keep me posted on that. All right, so I'm just resetting the deck. And let's see who's going to be first for our first reading. Get your little typers ready. Just shuffling up my little papers, and let's see. The first code we got, see how this zooms in, space. So the first one on my end to say the code space is going to get the first reading. I want you guys to think about if you have any specific questions that you want to focus on, or if you just want to go with the flow. As soon as I call your name, let me know that. Either type out your question or type out like a subject for your question, like job, love, whatever. And then as soon as I call your name, you can either tell me the question or just say go with the flow. So Anna Marie, you came through first, my love. All right, Anna Marie, let me know. I'm just going to connect into your energy. We're going to pull one card to give Anna Marie some clarity and guidance. Going to go with the flow. All right, love. Feeling good right here. Another face. So we have the Page of Swords reversed for you. So far we've got all 4 suits. 4 out of 4 cards was each a different suit. 4 out of 4 cards were each a face card. Crazy. And the Page of Swords, the Swords suit is the suit of challenges. You know, it's the suit of decisions. The big message when you see the swords is whatever challenges around you or whatever decision you're being called to make, or sometimes the sword can be representing cutting cords. It's really telling you that this, whatever it is around you, needs to be looked at logically and leaving emotion out of the solution. Can't worry too much with this about the emotions tied to it, whose feelings are getting hurt, or but this or but that. It's just got to be very logical and rational. Like, this is how we're going to solve it. This is the most efficient way. Just like cut that, whatever it is. Now, it did come out reversed. So it could, to me, that reversal adds that introspective energy, saying that this challenge might be something more internal. Maybe there's something, either some like stuff in your head that you're being called to look at more logically than emotionally. Maybe there are some personal cords that you're being called to cut, toxic people or situations. You're being called to just wave that sword and keep your energy to yourself. But, if there is a big decision around you, that's the best way to solve it, is just, logic over emotion. And this page is telling you there are new beginnings around you. So as soon as you make this decision, it's definitely going to bring, open up new opportunities around you. This card too has a lot of blue to it. So all that blue is just telling me, use that throat chakra, that clarity, that self-expression, be very clear, keep those blue crystals on you, keep them around you, wear the blue bracelet, blue is going to be your color for this week. Embody it and just speak your truth, girl. And this is a very no BS type of energy. It might pull you out of your comfort zone a little bit, but those times when we step out of our comfort zone are always the most important, because they really push us down the right path that we need to be down. So hopefully that made some sense. I think that's a good message. Thank you, my love. Thank you for connecting with me. Let's put you back in. All right. Let's see who's next. Oh, very spacey theme tonight. Moon is the next code. First one on my end to say moon. We'll get this next reading. And again, come through with either your question, a topic, or let me know if you just want to go with the flow. You can see we don't really need a topic. You'll be able to interpret however. All right, Stephanie George, girl, you came through first. Yay. I don't think we've connected yet, so I'm super excited. And hang in there if you want your reading, it'll be meant to be and it'll come through. So Stephanie G, let me know if you're going to go with the flow or if you have a specific question. Connecting into your energy, get you some clarity and guidance in one card. We're going to go with the flow. Perfect. And I actually like it right here. All right, another reversal. When I see a lot of reversals, it means, introspective time for several people right now. So this is an interesting card for your message. The 3 of Cups, reversed. Try and get it to focus so you can get a good idea of it. You can see right for yourself This is the card of celebration. It's like that socializing energy, really getting together with your peeps. That 3 is the number of like the social butterfly and using your charm. These people are just like living their best life. They're celebrating, they're having fun. Those cups are full and abundant. You know, they're all just like cheersing and having a good time. Yours came out reverse though, which kind of adds almost that opposite energy to it. You know, whatever energy is around you, I feel like this might be telling you there's a few different messages. So I'm just going to kind of go in the order that they come through. The first message I'm hearing is this might be a time to like almost like make your own good time, you know, like maybe it's not necessarily the best time to be getting out there and celebrating with a ton of people. Maybe, you know, that's what your soul is really calling for. You're more of a social person and that's more your element, but you know, right now it's not really the thing to do. I mean, some places you can just get out and do your thing, but this might be telling you to, you know, really keep your social circle nice and tight. Even, you know, enjoy that time by yourself. Maybe this is even telling you to celebrate with yourself. Do something fun with yourself, you know, something that is a passion to you that you can do alone, whether it's, you know, something creative or something physical or just something that's going to fill your cup that you don't need to rely on other people to have a good time, you know. The 3, we're in March right now, so I feel like that can be relevant as well. Um, just listening in if there's anything else that seems important to say with this. And let me know too, like if you have any questions or like feedback on what I'm saying. Also, if there's like a lot, like if you're like, oh yeah, that really resonates with me, like send me a private message after this because I would love to hear, you know, your feedback. Um, so this is interesting. I'm really like you have a lot of energy and spirit world around you, and I almost feel like they're telling you too, like they're there celebrating with you, whatever's going on, you know, they see you and they're there with you and you enjoying your life and being able to like celebrate and be happy is going to, it's better for them, you know, to see you happy and having fun than the opposite. They celebrate along with you. So I feel like this is just telling you, you have a good support team around you, but really, you know, do something happy with yourself. Like make your own good time, go get out there and have fun. If you have any more questions on this, let me know. I know the comments are always such a lag, so I'm not getting anything. But hopefully that resonated with you. Let me know. That 3 of Cups. You could even, you know, you guys, these cards come to you for a reason. I want you all at home when you're getting your card pulled to look at the card, you know, interpret it yourself when you see the pictures and the colors and everything. Um, see what that meaning jumps out to you. You could even write the name of the card down like that was 3 of Cups reversed. And you can go down a whole rabbit hole yourself on that. You know, Google that if your question was around relationship or work or whatever. 3 of Cups reversed, work. 3 of Cups reversed, health, you know, and Google will just take you down the rabbit hole. So these are just quick little readings, but if you really want more information on these cards, I might just be scratching the surface just by, you know, showing it to you, and something even deeper might be calling you. Hopefully you guys are still there. I'm not seeing any comments. But let's move right along and pull another one. And I hope that resonated with you. Thank you for connecting with me, Stephanie. The next code is peace. So first one on my end to say peace, we'll get the next message. Hello, May Taylor. I see you. So that comment came through. Giovanna, you came through with peace. All right, my love, let me know if you have a specific question or just want to go with the flow. Connect into your energy. All right, she's going to go with the flow, and I like this spot right here. Another reversal, more cups. So here we have a lot of blue and yellow. We'll talk a little bit more about that in a second. This is the card, the Nine of Cups, the wish fulfillment card. You can see this person is just sitting happily in front of all these cups. Let's get it to focus for you. Just very satisfied and content. This is really the card of abundance, the card of that just like, you know, your cups are overflowing. Sorry, let me blocked. We don't do that. That's a little rude. I don't go on your feeds trying to, you know, read for people. I don't trust those people. So, you know, use your own discretion when people are commenting and saying like, come to me instead for your reading. I feel like that's kind of like shows their bad integrity and karma. I don't trust that. So Giovanna, let's reconnect. So I don't know if you guys even saw that. It just was like scrolling up. Carrie, hello, my love. All right, so Nine of Cups. When it's right side up, like I said, the wish fulfillment card, kind of just validating that you are surrounded by abundance and there's so much around you to be grateful for and thankful for. When it comes out reverse, though, again, it adds that more introspection to it. So, and you know, just talking about what you brought up about your daughter, and then just anything else in life, I feel like this is the card of really being mindful of your perspective. You know, there's so many potential paths in front of us. No one, you know, nothing is set in stone. Anything can happen. It's just a matter, I feel like, of the energy that you put out. So just really reminding yourself of all the good things and that you're just surrounded by great things and abundance and love and, you know, feeling the gratitude when you start feeling anxiety. Try to shift your energy to that, shift that perspective. The 9 in numerology comes right before the 10, and the 10 is the number of endings and closure and, you know, ending one chapter for a new beginning to start. The 9 comes right before that. And that's more of like tying up the loose ends, cutting the cords. You know, it's like the last few pages of the story where things can get a little bit intense, but it's always for the greater good. You know, it's always to get to that 10 so that way you can move even forward. So just like thinking of your daughter's situation, this tells me that this is just that, you know, she wants to be able to close this chapter of her life and move forward. I'm sure you want to be able to with that also, but you got to kind of go through this. And the way that you're going to get through it the best is to just focus on that gratitude, focus on the positives around you and the abundance that surrounds you, even at times that it might not feel that way. All that yellow and blue is a lot of solar plexus energy. That yellow is that strength and that confidence and that courage and just, you know, you being confident is going to rub off on other people. You being strong is going to help other people be strong too. I would say with that color, you know, your colors for this next week or however long are going to be yellow and blue. Wear that citrine and that tiger's eye, the sodalite and the lapis, the blue lace agate. I know you have them all. Make a little grid maybe for strength, and that blue is about that open throat chakra. Just speaking up if things don't feel right, or you know, trusting your intuition and always speaking your truths. That self-expression is very important. So hopefully that made some sense to you, my love. Hello, Sunny Skies. I love that name. Thank you for watching. I'm going to shuffle you back in. If you have any questions on it, again, send me a message. But I feel like that was a really positive message for you. All right, guys, let me set that back in. Thank you, Giovanna. Thanks for connecting with me. All right, reset. All right, Sunny. So what I'm doing right now, I have this little dish of code words. Everyone watching right now also is in that same boat. We all want readings, and I can only get to so many people. So what I like to do to be fair is just trust spirit, trust the universe. I pull a code, and you know, everyone kind of has different lag times or, delays, Spirit just puts the person I'm meant to connect with through. Also, if you don't get through for a reading tonight, make sure to watch the replay after I sign off because I do a group reading for everybody to connect to. But so let's pull this next code and see who comes through. The first one on my end to say it. It's always on my end. I know when I watch the replay, it's going to be a whole different person coming through first. But we're going to trust Spirit, and they want our code to be 222. Whoop. 222. The first one on my end with the 222 will get this next reading. And again, if you come through, make sure that you either say your question or let me know if you want to just go with the flow or give me just like the broad topic. I see Ayana. I feel like you've come through before. And just so you guys can get an idea of like the order people are coming through, I have Ayana, May Taylor, Alicia, Sunny, Caitlin, Kim, Carrie. So I see all of you guys. It's just a matter of, who gets through first. Lisa, I like that. All right, Ayana's going to go with the flow. So let's connect in with your energy. Hold on, let's just block another one. That's so funny. All right, we're connecting with Ayana. All right, I'm feeling good right here, love. So we're just going to go with the flow. So here you go. Another reversal. This is justice reversed. Let me show you this one. Right side up. Just so you can kind of connect with it, the energy on your own. This one has a lot of red. All that red connects to the root chakra. That's your, like the grounded energy. This might be really telling you whatever's going on, make sure you keep yourself grounded, get out there in nature, keep your tourmaline around you or like your red jasper. So the justice card, it's pretty self-explanatory. When you hear that word justice, what first comes to you? You could see this guy, they have the sword in one hand, which again is that like cutting through to get to the truth of the matter, looking at the situation very logically and leaving the emotion out of it. And then they also have the scale in the other hand, which is all about balance, and fairness and things playing out the way that they need to in whatever the situation is. This is the 11th card in the deck, which 11 is the spiritual messenger number. This is telling you that whatever this justice card is talking about, it's like a divine situation going on. Oh, Kim, thank you for joining in tonight. I know. Sharon, you just glow. Your special color. They all want to come through with you. And hopefully, Sharon, you get on your guided page for some live readings soon. You can even come here and do them. So let's see. The Justice card for you, Ayana, came in reversed. And this is telling me, when it's right side up, I'm like, okay, maybe there's some legal troubles or some paperwork or, something like that. Or just like some other type of battles that you're looking to get some justice for. But it's coming out reversed, saying this is more of like an internal justice that you're looking to fight for. So again, fight this battle for yourself, whatever it is. Like use your motivation. Really try to find, like, grounding is going to help you have that motivation. That'll help take you out of your head so you don't overthink too much and you don't lose your focus. But whatever this battle is calling you, maybe all that red is saying it's more of like a physical type of justice and balance that you're looking for in your life. I want you to really take in that message for yourself. You can see there is some pops of yellow in there too. That yellow is just like really being strong through all of it and motivated and confident in yourself that whatever this is calling for, you can get through it. Just gotta, stay strong in it. Hopefully that made some sense. I hate not having you guys here like to be like, oh yeah, or like, oh no, that doesn't make any sense. Because then I could, pull in more information around it. Sometimes it's like the beginning of what I'm saying is just the beginning and there's so much more to it, but without your feedback, it's hard to know. So hopefully that resonated and made sense. Again, justice reversed. You could always Google it yourself if that didn't make enough sense, or you could always message me after this and we can talk a little bit more about what the meaning might be, but it's confusing. All right, let me see what else can pull in. That balance is what really came through first with me. So that might be kind of more of the message of it is like whether it's like a work life balance, like maybe, yeah, you definitely can message me. Um, but maybe like you're spreading yourself a little bit too thin, or maybe you're putting more energy into one thing and not enough energy into something that's important for you. So just really, sorry, I'm just trying to like feel into your energy a little bit more to see. I feel like with this card, the number one thing that stands out to me is the grounding. Like grounding yourself, however that is to you, if it's like looking up a guided grounding meditation or going out into nature, doing some good physical like exercise or whatever, holding, connecting with those grounding crystals and doing it that way. A good bath is very grounding. I feel like this message might be a little bit more clear when you ground yourself and when you can kind of pull yourself down into your, back to earth and get some clarity on exactly what this justice card might be talking about. I'll pull you one more too, just to like throw a little bit on there. So the Knight of Cups reversed. The Cups is this, again, the suit of relationships and emotions. The Knight is like charging forward and taking action on that energy. So, it might be talking a little bit more about relationships, maybe in that sense. Finding justice there, making sure you're getting a fair amount energy in as you are putting out. Or if it's like a past relationship, finding your justice on that might be important. Um, but again, this came in reverse too, so it could be more that internal relationship, that relationship with yourself that's being called for you to like focus on healing and working through. Write those two cards down, Ayana, and do a little bit of deep dive on them. They came to you for a reason. And this one, the Knight of Cups, has a lot of blue. So that's your throat chakra, that self-expression, that speaking your truth, really making sure that's all flowing. So write those down. Do a little bit of a deep dive on your own. Definitely send me a message and we could talk a little bit more about them. Let's see if we can get a few more people in. It's 10:10 over here. Hello, Allison Dunn. Thanks for joining. It's your first time. So what we're doing here, everyone's here for a reading right now, so we're trying to be fair. I have little codes here, and what I do is pull the code, and the first one on my end to say it will get the reading. I have a few more in me. Let's see. Just resetting that. Sharon, that's true. Sometimes the message, like, it takes time to process, and then you'll be like, oh, yeah, okay, this is what she was talking about. Or it might take some time to, like, present itself to you. But I definitely feel like your message was more, like, introspective, something about you and not so much something about what's going on around you. All right, so let's see who's next. Here's the next code. Random number 141. Doesn't want to focus. Well, you guys heard me. 141. The first one on my end to say 141 will get this. I kind of feeling like one or two more after this one. All right, Alicia, you came through first, love. So let me know if you want to just go with the flow or if you have a specific question. Sometimes the specific questions too can definitely give you a more specific answer. But the go with the flow is always good too because they are more general and can kind of touch base on a couple different aspects of what's going on. All right, we got Alicia M. Are you guys all going to come hang out with us on Friday? I'm so excited. Carrie's going to be here. My girl Michelle's going to be here. We're going to party. I got so many cool new crystals to show you guys. Definitely come hang out with us Friday night, this Friday. I think it's the 26th. Set your, alarm, mark your calendars, tell your friends. All right, Alicia says go with the flow. So we're going to connect with your energy, Alicia, and get you some clarity and guidance. All right, I'm feeling good right here for you. Jen's birthday party. Jen, how are you feeling, my love? All right, Alicia, this is like a big message for you. So you got the Lovers. That's one of the major arcana cards. It's like a shouting message from Spirit. When you look at this card, again, take in your own interpretation. But the Lovers, it really is that card of just like that perfect love, that divine intervention feeling love, where it's like that magnetism and that attraction. Now, this can be talking about relationships and, if you do have any questions around relationships, whether you're in one already or you're manifesting one, this card is more just like the title of the book and not so much the details. I feel like we could really go deep on that. But it can also be just talking about manifesting and, putting out that magnetism to an awesome partner in another way, or an amazing friend, or, that other person on the card can represent whatever it is that you want to manifest. This is telling you that there is some divine intervention going on around you, and it's going to bring somebody to you, or, bring something important to you to help you play out that happy ending. And then if you are in a relationship, I feel like this is telling you a big focus right now is that relationship. I'm just kind of listening into with anything else. So 6, this is the 6th card in the deck, and 6 is the number of nurturing and families and teaching. So I feel like this might be also just adding in that type of energy to this message, as far as, whatever this is that's the Lovers represents. Have in your mind, like, for the greater good is to build the family and to nurture, and you have that nurturing, like, teaching energy. Like, you definitely can inspire people, and I'm sure like kids love to listen to you, and you just have that naturally, very like almost like teacher vibe as far as people listen and they want to hear what you have to say. So I feel like that's part of your skill in whatever this Lovers card means for you, whether, again, it's you're already in the relationship or you're manifesting something like that. Use that side of yourself. That, nurturing side is going to really bring this to be exactly where you want it to be. I know that's like a pretty vague card because it is a very like big message to this card. Definitely can pull 10 cards alone on just this one. Let me know if that made sense. I'm just going to pull one more just to give like a little bit of direction, like in specifics on what this means. Wow. So this is the 4 of Wands, and you can see there too, it's 2 partners celebrating. This is the Gateway card. So April, I feel like this is telling you, April, there's some gateway coming to you. That's that 4 is where I'm feeling April or spring. This is a card of like celebration and joy and passion, but it came out reversed. So whatever these two cards together mean, it's really going to bring you that fire, light that flame inside of you, really bring you a lot of joy, and you're going to go through this important gateway either, some point in the springtime and just feel that celebration for yourself. Like these two cards together, to me, they're like if marriage is a question or, anything like that, this is definitely like validation that something like that is around you, or something that you might be manifesting. But it could also just be talking about a different type of celebration, maybe more of a personal celebration that's coming. Hopefully that makes some sense. 4 is also the number, because that's what that four of wands was. 4 is the number of structure. Think of like a square, the 4 walls, right? So whatever this gateway is that you're going through is going to kind of help build a foundation for something. So hopefully that didn't confuse you more and cleared it up a little bit. Makes some sense. All right. Let's see. See who comes through next. Thank you, Alicia, for connecting with me. Oh my God, Jen. Well, I'm glad you can walk. That sounds like a big improvement from the other day. All right. The next code. Some more 2s. 202. 202. First one on my end. We'll get that message. All right. Lisa P. Lisa Perro, I see you, girl. You came through first. So Lisa, let me know if you have a specific question or you want to just go with the flow. I'm feeling maybe one more after this. Connect into Lisa's energy. All right. Family and relationship, please. Will there be a reconciliation? Let's see what this card wants to say. Okay. So this is the 7 of Swords reversed. When it's right side up, you can see. Let's try and show you without the glare on it. There's someone here trying to sneak away with 5 of the 7 swords. The energy in this card is kind of like, your trust has been tested. There is kind of like a sneaky or sketchy type of energy going around. It came out reversed though. And the swords also, that's the challenges. There's multiple challenges to this situation. It's not as easy as just like there's one problem to solve. It seems like there's at least 7 different, either opinions or ideas or things that kind of need to be addressed in order for that clarity around this. It came out reversed though. So I really feel like, if anything, your trust has been tested probably the most in this. Like there's a lot just for yourself that needs to be kind of reevaluated. The 7 in numerology is the number of analyzing and doing your research and really, like looking deeper and looking closer into the situation and seeing what's important to you there. The swords again are telling you to look at the situation more logically and less emotionally. Like for all the people involved, look at their sides of the stories more logically. This one is acting this way because of this. This one's acting this way because of this, and try to like not look at the emotion behind it. Well, this one pissed me off, or this one I can never look at the same because of this. Like, a lot of stuff that happens is connected to childhood traumas. It's connected to, that energy that our own, like everyone's on their own life paths. You know, some people will stay on that path, will stay on the path of maybe what doesn't seem like the best to you, but it's because it's their path and it's their lesson that they have to learn for whatever reason. You know, I do feel like this is something that can be fixed, but I feel like the most important thing is getting your head right around it and really like looking at it logically and, you know, seeing the boundaries that you want to have with the people. The swords are telling you to just be very like almost like that no BS kind of attitude when you talk to people about it. Like if you're the one being called to like reconcile people, then you just kind of have to be blunt with it. And if it makes someone mad, you know, trust that that's their decision and it's not a reflection of you. I just want you to look at it a little bit more too and see what stands out to you in the card. There's a ton of yellow in this card. That's just like really being strong and confident in all of this. Again, that blue that's showing up in the card is that throat chakra, that self-expression, and just like speaking your truth and getting your side of the story out there. I do feel reconciliation. I don't feel like everybody might be able to be on board at the same time. It's going to take a lot of work, but I feel like what is in your control in this situation is just, you know, your own perception of the situation and your own perception of the people that are involved in it, and just looking at it as logically as you can again, and like emotion out of it. Like this person might have messed up, or this situation might have been traumatic or toxic or whatever, but it's for this reason, or, you know, just trying to look at it logically. Hopefully that made some sense to you. Again, I'm not seeing any comments or anything, so I don't even know if you guys are still tuning in, but let me know if you have any questions. And also, again, write down that Seven of Swords reversed. You could Google that with the words like family or reconciliation or whatever and see what pops up, and it'll really take you down that rabbit hole. But I feel good things as long as you really just stay confident in yourself. You're welcome. Thank you for connecting in with me and tuning in tonight. I'm honored that you guys are here. You new peeps. I love it. I appreciate it. Mike Peters, I needed you here in the beginning. I sprayed I sprayed Moldavite spray directly at the camera like I like to do, and I broke the mic. So I'm wearing my mic now. But it is looking nice. I appreciate your help. All right, you guys. I think I have it in me for one more reading. It's almost 10:30 here, and then I got some stuff to work on. So let's see who's going to get this next one, this last one. Again, if you're just tuning in and you wanted a reading tonight and it didn't come through, maybe that's because we already kind of went over your message in the beginning of the show when I do the group poll. So watch the replay, tune in when I do the shuffling and all of that, and that hopefully that message will resonate if you don't get through right now. Just resetting. Yeah, Mike, I did it. I sprayed it. All right. The last code for the evening is 818. I love what you did, Mike, with the not autofocus, but the other thing. I feel like it made such a difference. That's not changing color all the time. All right, so 818. Oh, Mike Peters, you came through first. You're doing your trick again. All right, so let me know if you have a specific question, or you just want to go with the flow, or if you just want to throw a topic out there, and we'll see what happens. Auto exposure, that's what it was. You fixed it. How's the lag? I just got that comment. Just connecting in with your energy. We're going to go with the flow, give you some clarity and guidance for this week. Oh, Allison, I know it's annoying because we always come up first on our own You know, like you guys will always look first to yourselves, but I just trust spirit and the universe of whoever comes in first on my screen. I know. I apologize for that, but definitely watch the replay because maybe that message in the beginning was for you. It was a very interesting one too. I got 3 face cards in a row to talk about past, present, and future. All right, so we're gonna feel good there. I was an underwater robot for a few minutes, but then I plugged the mic in, and you'd be so proud of me. I even went into like the settings and like hooked up the mic while I was live. It worked. You'd be impressed. So let's see, Mike. Look at this. This is great for you. Wow, Allison, good night. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure give the page a follow, the Venus Moon. All right, 7 of Cups. Look at all those options around you. This is just really showing you, like, this couldn't represent you any better, I feel. You know, just kind of like juggling all of these different things. And each cup has such a different energy underneath it. But when I see the 7 of Cups, I feel like, you know, 7 in numerology, it's the number of researching, analyzing, really like looking close at the situation. I feel like this might be calling you to, you know, pick one for the week to really focus that energy in on. They're all so different. I know you just got your new machine, so maybe that might be, but you could, I just want you to look close at the images in each cup. Each one will take you down a different path. You know, again, there's infinite potential in front of you, and it really goes down to this week where you focus your energy is going to kind of choose the path of where you go from here. A lot of stuff in the mix. I only know what I know that you have in the mix, and I can only imagine what else is floating around in that brain. But with this, like, they are kind of all floating around, and you know, it's like a juggling act, and it's a matter of picking one. Yes, a lot of people will either see a mushroom, or some people will say it's like unknown under that cloth. But yeah, mushroom, glowing mushroom. There's a dragon. There's some bubbles. A person, a snake. You know, pick your cup. Whichever cup, there is no wrong choice. There's no wrong cup. But they definitely will just kind of change the energy of your path and your direction. So, you know, choose wisely. Really, like, keep doing your research on whatever it is that you're focusing in, and yeah, there's no right or wrong choice. They're all right. I'm just trying to think. I know you have your own interpretations too, so take that how you will. And hopefully that makes some sense. You got all the cups. You're just juggling them. Maybe juggling them is part of your act, or maybe it's to pick pick one for a little bit and focus. All right, you guys. So I think that's it for tonight. Hopefully that made sense, Mike. You know, you can send me a message if you want to talk more about it. And I'm so thankful that you guys all came and hung out with me tonight. This is a lot of fun. Make sure you come back this Friday coming up, the 26th, Jen Keen's birthday. We're going to be doing a really fun crystal party. So much cool stuff to show you guys. Of course, like recklessly cheap prices. You're welcome. Thank you. And yeah. Love you guys. Now I got to read my note and remember how to sign out. All right, everybody. Good night. And I will talk to you guys soon. Caitlin, I miss you. I miss you. Hopefully singing bowls soon. All right, so to end, we're going to do Facebook first and then the feed. So bye, guys. Thank you. Have a good week. And happy Aries season. Yay. And we're going into a full moon next week, too. So that might actually be the night of my crystal show. Carrie, I can't wait to see you, too. All right. Bye. Good night.